I'm Frances Callier.
And I'm Angela V. Shelton.
And we're Frangela.
You know what you need in your life? The Final Word podcast.
Yes, you do.
That's right. It is the final word on all things political and pop cultural.
Where we make real news real funny.
Where we inspire you so you can hashtag resist.
Subscribe and get a new episode of the Final Word podcast each week. It's the news we think you need to hear.
That's right. We think you need to hear it. Okay?
Yeah, it's what we say so.
That's right. And because all we do is give, every Thursday you can listen to our hysterical podcast, Idiot of the Week.
We round up the stupid because you know what? Somebody has to.
Okay. All we do is give.
Hey, rabbit holers. Just a real quick note before this week's episode. This week, Jody and I sat down and talked about what's going on with the podcast and what you're going to see over the next couple of months. Now, just a couple of days after we recorded this, McMenamins, Elks Temple in Tacoma did reach out and ask if we would like to do a live podcast event at McMenamins Elks Temple. And so Jody is going to be there. She's very excited about it. I will be presenting the story of Klondike Kate and the Pantages Theater in Tacoma. It's going to be on September 16th, 2026. So if you are in the Pacific Northwest, if you're in the Tacoma or Seattle area, we would really love it if you would come out and join us. It's going to be a ton of fun. So we'll be putting out more announcements and more commercials in the upcoming episodes. But just wanted to let you know before you listen to this episode so that you wouldn't be confused. Anyway, thanks, guys. And remember, if you want to come on the podcast, if you want to help research or write any stories, please reach out to me at Shea@rainydayrabbitholes.com. That's SHEA. Thanks so much for your support. We really appreciate you.
History is messy,
Weird, wild, anything but boring.
we're rainy day rabbit holes.
Exploring the unhinged side of history, politics, and culture.
Let's fall down the rabbit hole.
Do you ever start something as kind of a fun idea and then one day realize, oh, this is kind of turned into a real thing? Yeah. And that's kind of where we're at right now on Rainy Day Rabbit Holes. The show is growing. We're reaching more people than we ever expected. We've even met some of you in real life and become friends with you, which is wild. And somehow now we're even talking about doing live shows, which is a little surreal.
Because we've completed our first live show in a way, it wasn't a live episode. But
Yes. And we'll tell you guys how that went. We love it. We love this. And we really do. But today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to pull back the curtain a bit, talk about what goes into making the show, where we're at with it right now, and what this could look like moving forward. Because something that we've realized lately is that this isn't just our show anymore. It's something we're building with all of you.
Yes.
So some of you know this. Some of you were there. Some of you helped us with it. We just completed our basically first live show. It wasn't really us. It wasn't us like doing a live podcast, but we participated in a live presentation at the McMenamins Elks Temple in Tacoma, Washington, where we basically played host, presenter, MC to two amazing historians, Chris Staudinger, who owns Pretty Gritty Tours, and Steve Edmondson, Edmiston.
Yes.
I hope I did it right in the show.
Yeah, I didn't notice you saying it incorrectly at the show.
Okay, and I don't think anybody except for maybe him and his wife and daughter would have.
I may have been too focused on myself.
Yeah, remembering what the hell we were supposed to say.
Yeah.
So, yes, we just completed that and it went so well.
That was so fun.
We had so much fun. We were floating after that.
Yes.
I was
Live
like,
reviews.
I need to be on stage more often. So this was a big deal for us, and it might even lead to the opportunity of us doing a live podcast with McMenamins. I can't say they've offered that or anything, but there was a hint that we are going to pursue, maybe.
Well,
so
they did ask if we would be interested, if we've ever thought about it.
Yeah, they didn't ask if we would do one there. She
Correct.
said, have you ever thought about doing a live podcast recording? And we said, yes, we did. We just, don't know how that would look. So, I mean, that's something that's there that we might pursue. But the show has been growing, especially since January when we joined MSW Media. Our downloads have more than doubled. Our fan base has gotten bigger. We've had more people reach out to us on social media. We had fans in the audience here that came up and said they came to that because they're a fan of our show, which really was a kick in the pants, man.
It was.
I love
kind of so surprising.
Yes,
too.
I don't remember the names of the fans that I met. Sorry, everything kind of was a little bit of a blur.
Very blurred.
After
the whole
the
evening
show.
is a blur.
Yes. So thank you so much for coming, all of the fans that came, and thank you for coming up and saying hi. And if we didn't get to say hi to you, I'm really sorry. Hopefully, if we do a live show at some point, we can have more of a meet and greet aspect at some point before the show. And so we can actually talk to you guys more personally. And, our community is growing with the show. The friends that we've made, our podcast community has become really special to us. They're so supportive. I do another podcast, Face Huggers, and friends with some of our umbrella podcast community. And we have historians and authors reaching out to us wanting to come on the show and talk about their stories. And so things are just, it's almost 3 years in.
Yep.
And things have been kind of plugging along.
We're right on the verge of the anniversary of you bringing this idea to my attention.
Yes.
You
We would have
approached
been
this.
just getting home from our Alaska cruise right now, right?
We went. It was, I think we came home from camping on Keith's birthday, which is the end of June. So that's when you asked me if I'd be interested in doing this podcast.
Yes. We were walking on
3
the
years
beach
ago.
talking about disembodied feet on the beach.
Right. Because that's what you do.
Yeah, that's what you do when you're in the Pacific Northwest.
And you see a tennis shoe.
And we were drinking beer like we're doing right now.
And there was a tennis shoe on the shore. And that's how this was born.
Yeah. I was like, do you know that story?
And I only knew about it, but not the ending. And I needed to know, which
Yes.
is exactly how this...
You were kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I was very disappointed.
like, wah, wah, it's just floaty shoes. It's not that exciting. But it's been a crazy 3 years, right? It's been a great almost 3 years. Our friendship has bloomed through it.
Yes.
And one great thing about the podcast is we use it as an excuse to go do things together. We're like, well, we have to go on this trip because it's for the podcast. I'm looking at you, Port Townsend, which we never talked about.
Never. It's never made an
Nope.
episode except for like this. We talk
Exactly.
about how it's never made an episode. And we had the best time. We met so many fun
Yes.
people all over that town. We interviewed people. Somebody gave us a suggestion for our logo.
Yeah.
Like, it was a fantastic time. And this is how it gets reported.
Yeah, and we never do anything with that. In fact,
I think we have to go back and get it.
yeah, I mean, we're going to have to go back and revisit anyway. So that to be said, making the podcast is a lot of fun. There's a lot of really, really fun aspects. And we always say the people we've met along the way has been the most rewarding aspect of this. But to do this, I think a lot of our listeners probably don't understand what it takes, the work that goes into it, and the time commitment. So let's talk a little bit about that. How long does it take for you to research and write a story, Jody? On average.
Weeks to research it specifically, and then you have to put it all. Yeah, it takes several weeks probably for each story. Would you say?
Yeah, because first
if you
off,
do a good job researching it, and
sure.
some easier than others because they're like the more fun, lighthearted, less detailed to research type stories. But most of the time, a good story takes weeks. Our favorite stories take weeks.
Well, and
per story.
Right. We want to treat these right. We want to try to get these stories right. And, like our friend Michael Sullivan said, it's not always about getting all the details right. It's about inspiring curiosity, but we want to make sure that we're not getting all the details wrong.
Right. And inspiring you, to look be curious about, things, in the right direction.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about like Ivor. Me researching, which you guys haven't heard yet. It's been done now for 2 months, but it just hasn't been on the release schedule yet. It took me, I just remember sitting here, it took me 2 days. I probably put 14 hours of researching and writing into it, just like nonstop, solid. I was like, wow, I have been at this computer for 7 hours. I have to take a break. I have a full-time job.
Right, exactly. I have a full-time. Oh, no, I don't have a full-time anymore. But I do have a very busy family.
You have a very busy family?
I love hanging out with my family.
We both have houses that need to be cleaned, meals that need to be cooked.
Yeah.
And we would like to have some downtime.
Yes.
Where we can be like, I'm like, I would love a day where I could just sleep in past 7. Not that that will ever happen.
No, I was going to say, yeah, but that's not, the podcast is not going to
Podcast or no,
It's
but
not
my
really-
my dog or my cat is going to wake me up. But, a day where I could just like not have a plan, not have a responsibility. Maybe I could watch a movie and not feel guilty about it.
Wake up one day and not know what I'm doing that day.
Yes.
And decide in the day.
And I mean, maybe part of my personality is just like A-type, got to have something going on all the time. So maybe that wouldn't be a thing. But the problem is that there's always real work, housework, yard work, podcast work. And then I can visit my friends, see my family, or just seriously sit and relax and watch a show, but not being like falling into bed exhausted at the end of the night. And I don't even have kids.
Yeah.
Think about that. Recording takes time.
Yep.
We have to schedule, and usually we schedule time where maybe we'd be wanting to do something else on a weekend. Yep. There have been times where we've messed up and haven't hit record.
Only twice. I think that needs to be said. Only twice.
Yes. And then there's all of the post-production work that I do.
Yeah.
I edit all of these episodes. It takes a ton of time to edit. For every hour, I'm editing for 2 hours. And then it's building everything else that goes along to it. Takes time too. I'm making show notes. I have to upload it. I have to get everything set and ready.
In reality TV, they call this breaking the fourth wall. We're like revealing all the other side of this.
We're pulling the curtains back. We're showing you how the sausage is made.
Ew.
Basically. It's vegan sausage, though. It's just a bunch of vegetables and fat. And it's just, I think a lot of people think a podcast is you just turn on the microphone and record. Even this episode where we're sitting down and talking to you guys kind of casually, unscripted, is not completely, because I'm like, I can't do it without an intro. I have to write an intro, and then I have to write an outline so we don't get off track.
Yes. That's what we do best.
We do. We would go off and be talking about Sasquatch here in 5 minutes if I didn't have an outline. So it is a lot of time. And I think, Jody, you've mentioned before, when people have discovered you have a podcast, they've said, wow, you must make so much money.
Yes. Always. Or they'll listen to it and they'll say, oh my God, it's so good. You guys must be really, really, making a lot of money on that. No.
Guys, we're almost 3 years in and we are still making less than $100 per month, just to be honest. Mm-hmm. That is Patreon and ads.
That's the podcast is making that money. We don't take
that. Yeah, no, that is not profit. We have monthly costs. Mm-hmm. We have costs for recording software. We have costs for Canva so that we can make all of our episode covers, which maybe we shouldn't be paying for that, but it's too late. I paid for a year. We every year have to file our LLC and taxes, and that costs money. So that tiny little bit of money that we make from the Patreon and from our ads goes towards that. So in the end, every year we are still probably out of pocket. Mm-hmm. Occasionally we get to do some merch sales, like with the Men in Black birthday bash, which basically gives us a couple $100 in our pocket to pay for some of the things. This does not account for the thousands of dollars we spent getting going.
Right. The equipment itself.
And occasionally buying things we don't particularly need, like a giant Sasquatch, sexy Sasquatch thing or our photo shoot. But it was once.
What? We don't need that. What are you talking about?
We need it. It's moral support.
And the sexy Sasquatch poster came from my own funds. That was a gift to the podcast.
Do you know I bought a Sasquatch silhouette vinyl sticker to put in the studio and we never put it up.
Oh.
That is in the studio in a box.
Oh no.
We do that sometimes. We were like, let's decorate the studio. And
I know.
or remember I bought some things that were like podcast growth class.
Oh yeah.
Never did anything with it. Yeah, like my Japanese
there's no
course.
time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There's no time. You're like, oh, I'm going to add this
If
extra
this was
thing
a
on.
full-time job and we were actually paid for it and it was our focus, our primary focus, I think it would be different.
Yes, and that's why you don't see us on social media very often. Right. Our amazing, lovely, wonderful listener friend Letha Davis made us our website and lent us her social media marketing team for a while. And that's the only reason that we had any social media posts for a while. And they're not there anymore. And so that's why it's few and far between, because I have to pick and choose where my efforts go. And my efforts are going to go into making good quality audio content for you. Social media sucks my soul.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't focus on it. So we're just saying this. We're not looking for your sympathy.
No.
We're looking for your empathy.
Yes, empathy and understanding as we move forward.
Yes. So you've noticed that Jody's been kind of absent for several weeks. You know, she pops in once in a while, or I'm posting an episode that we had already, no, it's raining again, already recorded. But, you know, all of this work, we still love doing it.
Mm-hmm. It is fun. Like the idea of like, I got to let this go because it's just too consuming, right? It's taking up my resources, and it's the thought of letting it go is like, no.
Well,
it's too fun. I miss my people.
The community,
mm-hmm.
that event we did.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that, Jody.
Okay.
Jody came to me. I mean, we had already like, I was like, here, take a break for a little while. I'll handle most of everything, because I had seen it in you. Mm-hmm. And then you came to me a couple weeks ago and said, I think I need to step away, which I understand. My heart died a little bit. But do you feel comfortable talking about like maybe some of your struggles over the last couple of years and why it's been feeling like a bit of a burden or too much responsibility for you, and whatever you're comfortable sharing?
Yeah.
With our hundreds of fans, dozens of fans, tens of fans,
all dozens,
all tens of you.
Sure.
Only share as much as you're comfortable sharing.
Yeah, I'm comfortable sharing. I'm just not sure I'm able to share.
I have a box of tissues right there. We might get a little snotty on this
actually
episode.
Feel like sharing offers the ability for people to understand where we're coming from here.
I'm going to grab one and tell you. Oops. I'm not editing any of this.
Oh, great.
I'll edit out snots.
Yeah, I think for me, we started this podcast, and 3 months later, I got COVID, and it turned into long COVID. And while I was recovering from that, I lost my granddaughter and my job.
It's been a bummer of the last 3 years, man.
And I couldn't really even get a new job because I couldn't function. And I now have a new job, and it's been fabulous. Fabulous. It's something it's part-time. My energy levels can maintain it. My brain function, it's enough that I can manage. I can't manage multiple inputs anymore like I used to. So I need a role that my brain can function in. I have come to realize how important my family is in healing. When we spend time together, it is the only time we aren't in pain, or at least we are in pain together. And so it's doable. And I hate this episode already. And so as the years have gone on now, because again, it was only like 3 months in before I get sick, and all these things happen. And there's more too. More things happen. More people pass away. I mean, there's just more, but
it's been a bummer.
Those are just the ones
years,
that really I think are impacting where I'm looking at spending my resources, and as in time and energy and focus, and why. And that I now have limited resources where I used to be able to do everything. I could do everything, and I can't anymore. And so I need to start picking and choosing where I spend it.
Right.
spend all my time and energy. But yeah, wow. I didn't expect to have to pull that out. But I've been doing a lot of healing too. And that's where I come from, this place where I want to maybe step away from the podcast, because I'm now coming to accept the fact that this is who I am now. I'm a different person than I was when this started. And now I need to rebuild from there. And what does that look like? Who am I now? And I don't necessarily want to give up the podcast. I love it. But can I do it?
Right.
And everything else, I don't know.
And I appreciate your honesty here. And, I've watched you grow through these things, and I've hurt for you, and I've hurt with you.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yep.
And, I know I like to
just keep going day by day and not looking back. And so looking back has been, this is a gut punch.
The thing about, sorry guys, the thing about this podcast that I love the most is you. Spending time with you, recording with you is so much fun.
It's so much fun.
Our bond and our chemistry, you laugh at my jokes. You make me feel like a funnier, better
Oh my God,
person.
you are the funniest person.
See, why would I not want to be with you
That's
all the
exactly why I said yes to this podcast. I love listening to you talk.
We just mesh so well. And the thought of doing it with anybody else, like like there's other options, but it's not you.
Right.
And I think, I love doing the podcast. I didn't realize that becoming a podcaster was going to be like my new passion. I love it so much. Like I would give up my job.
So good at it.
Thank you. And I haven't even touched the surface of what I could be doing.
Right.
If I had, if I didn't have a day job, I just licked the microphone, by the way, guys. That was an accident.
You've been spending too much time with your dog.
He did lick my teeth last night. I have a fear that if we don't have the podcast, that we're not going to see each other anymore. Because we use it as an excuse to see each other.
It is a natural, easy way to get together.
Yes.
And spend time. And we get to have, it's an opportunity. We get to really know each other in these episodes, right? We're the back and forth. We're continuing to build our friendship.
Yes. And I know we can, we'd have to make a concerted effort to keep that momentum going in our friendship. And I found you, and you're my sister, and I can't, I went my whole life without you, and I can't imagine my life without you. So that is that's my biggest fear with this. And I think we work so well together. Yeah. There's times where we butt heads and we maybe get a little snippy and irritated and frustrated with each other. But we've never had a fight.
No.
We've had disagreements.
Yeah. No.
But and there's been times where we've been annoyed with each other. Probably more you annoyed with me because I'm very annoying. Hold on.
I have to be annoying as well.
Sometimes, but I'm more annoying. Hold on. Blow my nose. I will cut this out.
How about no?
You said no editing.
Oh my God.
You did say no. You would cut the snot out.
I cut the snot out. Yeah. I'll put another noise in there. Anyway. So.
Like honking.
I would like to make a proposal to you.
Oh, are you on it? She's on one knee right now.
I have one knee bent. I'm sitting on a bed in my office on my Murphy bed.
Her one knee both knees are actually bent.
I wouldn't be able to talk to the microphone if I tried to. It'd be too much. My knees, I'm old. My knees hurt. How about instead of stepping away for good right now, you take, when do we have to renew our business license?
Like December. We did it the end of December 20th something.
How about you take until that first week of December? I still need you to file our quarterlies.
Oh, yeah. No, I got that. I was going to tell you, even if I'm not there, I'll continue to do that. It's
I was
not
like,
that time consuming.
Or you have to teach me how to do it because I don't know what you're doing.
It's not that time consuming.
Business
Because
stuff.
once you figure it out, it's the same thing all the time.
Okay. And then when somebody wants to pay us money, I don't know what to send them.
Yeah.
So, but how about you take 6 months? That's like 6 months, right? We're in June. You don't have to write any stories. You don't have to commit to any recording schedules. If there's an event I'm going to, I'll tell you about it, but you don't have to be obligated to go. I won't obligate you to anything. You enjoy your summer. You be with your family. You rest and you think about it. And if come December you miss it and your heart wants back in, then we work on a plan to make it less burdensome and bring back the fun. And that might look like a different recording schedule, a different release schedule, bringing in more help.
You know what I was just thinking as you're saying that is maybe anyone listening right now who also loves history and wants to get involved, bring us a story research. We'll have you on the show. You can record with us.
Yeah. Or if
And
you
then-
don't want to be recorded, if you just want to write an episode and we literally read it.
We read it, and then, that takes time off from us,
Yes.
It takes that part off and we can get it recorded. And also it just, again, the best part of the show, besides you and I building our relationship and enjoying time together, is all the people we've met, the circle of humans that we've surrounded ourselves with is amazing.
Yeah.
And they're so, you look around and it's like a whole bunch of different people, right?
It's so diverse, but they're all wonderful.
I know, it is crazy. And I find myself in areas of society I would never have been. It's just a bunch of geniuses I've been introduced to, and people in higher places of historical societies, things like that. It's been crazy and fun and a joy.
Yeah. What do you think about that idea?
I think that's a good
taking some time and then reassessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. It's a good idea. Because at this moment in time where I'm at in this process of being reborn, I'm born again.
But not in the way that
No.
Yeah. No.
That I don't want to make big decisions right now.
Yeah.
So this is probably a good way to do it. I don't think I should make big decisions right now. I don't feel like I have the space for it for the podcast like we've been doing it, but that doesn't mean I won't. And I would regret later if I just stepped away completely right now, officially.
Thank you. That makes me feel a lot better. I was in panic mode. I was spiraling a little bit.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It's the way I deal with things.
Yeah.
I start building all of these like plans that just like fall apart.
Here, we'll do this. Right.
And here's the thing, like I'm passionate about this and I'm excited about it, but I can't push that on you.
Right.
And push my expectations of what I want for this on you, because this is a partnership. This is a two-way thing. You're my pod wife.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you're also my best friend and I want what's best for you. So, in the end, if it turns out you're like, yeah, I just can't do this anymore. But this also gives me time to think about like, what would the future of the podcast look like if you weren't here? Would it keep going with me and somebody new, or me and multiple? I would be a polyamorous podcaster.
Oh yeah. No, I think that
I'd have multiple podcast partners.
Yes. And the reason I've done this so long, knowing that it was really impacting me, the time and effort. Again, my brain is the issue. It takes a lot out of me to function and use my brain. So for a while now, I've known that I probably need to step away from my own health, mentally and physically. But it's you that keeps me here. You're so good at this. Like you are, again, I said yes to this because just listening to you was one of my favorite things about you, and that I did find you funny. And then to be able to do this way. And then you're just so good at, the way you present us, the way you do all the behind the scenes work. You're totally talented at this, and I hate to think that me stepping away takes this away from you. And you're growing in this area. I really think you could do this as a job. You just need the right person to show up at the right time.
Right.
Literally, that's it. The right person to see, hear, and be where they need to be when you're doing your thing.
Well, thank you for saying all of that. My head won't fit out the door now.
Yeah. Keep all compliments minimal, or Shea will. Just kidding.
I started
That's
an
not true.
overinflated sense of okay. Well, and speaking of that, like we did talk. So, you told me about this on this little trip we had, and that by the end of the weekend, I had you convinced that we were going to start a completely different podcast.
I know. I was like, I just quit a podcast to start a new podcast.
Right. So, and then I was like, wait a minute. No, we're going to be right back into the same step we were. But I mean, it's still something that maybe, because we were talking about pivoting, because like we explained, this show takes so much because these are historical stories. You have to research. We're going to multiple sources.
And we're doing the odd and bizarre stuff, right? So
Where
we're not
there's a
doing
little
that,
less,
right?
yeah.
That's you really are digging harder and then double checking, is that even a valid resource? Because
Yeah.
it's not, a lot of times we're finding things that aren't just out of the archives officially, right?
Do you know how many weird articles we've read on like newspapers from the 1800s?
Right. And or you get several sources and they conflict with each other.
Yes.
So you're trying to sort that out.
And you're like, what fits the story I'm trying to tell? What do I believe? It is a lot. And so, and the other thing is like, history is not the most, and like we've said, we don't do this for the money.
Yeah.
For like it's $89 a month or whatever we're making. But there is that thing of like, this is a very time consuming and expensive hobby. And if like there are opportunities to make it more lucrative so that we're like, okay, it's paying for ourselves and it's paying for us to do some fun things together. Like that's all that our goal was, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly.
Is make a couple $100 a month that would pay for the production of the thing and anything we needed to do to improve, and then pay for us to go on a trip that we could turn into a podcast thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We were gonna
close.
travel around the Pacific Northwest and do stories about the places we go.
Yes, that was the ultimate goal. We've gotten to the point where I think the podcast pays for itself as long as we stay home.
And we quit buying things.
Yeah. Pretty things for that. Yeah. It pays for its function, I guess.
You needed that tiny little diffuser that looks like a fireplace to put inside the empty fireplace in the studio. Also, you're getting rid of our studio, so we got to figure out what to do with that. It's going to be right here in my office.
More life changes. I kind of like this better. You have a window.
It is a lot more light in here. This could work. We can figure out a way to make this work. I need to get like a nice little like armchair and settee in here. Anyway, so we had talked about
buying more things.
So we're going to have to buy more things. So we need more of you to join the Patreon. We have a bunch of bonus episodes in there. And by the way, I got to take a second, speaking of Patreons, before I forget, to thank you all our Patreons that have been supporting us. And half of you don't even use the Patreon. Like, you don't like half of you just pay us money every month and don't get on there and listen to the bonus episodes or use your ad-free. You get ad-free episodes. Yeah. You get them early. Sometimes I load them as much as like a week or two early depending on our schedule, and you get bonus episodes. So, Patreon. Go to rainydayrabbitheholes.com. Patreon. So we talked about pivoting into something that would be a lighter burden and would be fun for us still, but that isn't a genre that is more popular, so that there's a better chance of it being a little bit more popular so that we could have a little bit more of that like fun money that would keep this a little bit more like exciting to keep going.
Yeah.
And so we'll
something
put
besides being fun that can justify doing it.
Right. And so here's our idea, and here's what I would love for all of you guys. Like, we're doing this for we're talking about all this for you listeners, so you can understand us, get to know us better. Let's keep that parasocial relationship tight.
Yeah.
And I have it with other podcasts, by the way.
Yes.
Date with Dateline. I'm already your bestest friends and you don't know it.
Stalker.
I know. Well, I mean, Live, Laugh, Larceny for me. Now I'm kind of friends with them, but still kind of stalkery. Anyway, so here was our idea: is if any of you are fans of A Date with Dateline, you know that they are hilarious. They review Dateline episodes. They like walk through it, review it, and they make all sorts of jokes. They're hilarious. They're wonderful. I love them.
The shtick about Keith Morrison is my favorite.
Daddy Keith, Big Daddy Keith, and Mankey with the hanky.
Yeah.
They're so good. I love them. And it was just like, man, but you know what I love more than Dateline? Forensics Files.
Yeah.
And so Jody and I are in this hotel in Long Beach, and there's a channel that's just like Forensics Files all day long. And we're sitting there. We're
Headline
drinking our
News is the channel that plays Forensic Files all day long.
I know, it's amazing. And so we're sitting there, we're drinking wine, and we are having the best time watching Forensics Files. We're making fun of all the bad 90s hair and clothing and all of the like stressed out, investigators that all have gone bald. And we're having the best time. And I was like, and we decided that like maybe that's the way to go, is a rewatch podcast of Forensics Files. There's 406 episodes.
There's
We've
little
got
effort
content.
involved.
We would have to like watch a show, make notes on those scenes that we want to.
To make it even better, you could just do a in the moment recording while we're watching it for the first time, and you could just go, "Oh my God, did you see that?" or whatever. We wouldn't even have to research it.
I mean, we have to.
They really
it
wanted
out.
to take the level down a notch of how much effort's in there.
I think there's more effort than just that. I don't think that would work, because you have to explain what's happening on the screen to the people that can't see it.
So you've never watched? Okay, never mind. I'll go back.
Anyway,
I have a model in mind.
but this is why I was like, no, it's like you have to like come up with the transcript, come up with the outline, and then while you watch it, take notes about the things that you want to make fun of or the things that you want to talk about.
That's your type A in you.
So yeah, I
can
don't
talk crap about it in real time. I don't need a list.
Oh, see, but I wouldn't listen to one of those because I wouldn't know what the hell they were talking about. I want to listen to it and not have to know and not have to watch the episode.
I guess we're thinking about two different things because anyway, because
You're imagining somebody watching along and listening to us at the same time?
No.
Oh. What were you thinking of?
Just us watching it and reviewing it in real time.
But I don't
and
think
not going back and
that would make
and
sense.
re-reviewing it.
Oh, I don't think that would make sense for people listening though.
Well, how does watching it 3 times make sense?
Well, they wouldn't know what is happening.
They wouldn't anyway, even if we watched it 3 times. If they don't watch it.
No, because you'd be like with Dateline, you'd be walking them through the story.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because otherwise, what would they know? We'd just be sitting there going, "Oh, that guy."
Okay,
Look at that
I'm
hair.
picturing walking them through the story while we're watching it,
Yeah.
and that's your type A right there.
Yeah, I don't know that would work.
Right, not on the fly, which is really funny because you are good on the fly. You just don't like to work on the fly.
Yeah, I
You
don't know
are
that
good on the
No,
fly.
my thought was, because there's got to be transcripts of all these episodes out there, is you find the transcript, you find a way to put it into a spreadsheet. So while you're watching it, you can make notes on the scene where you're like, that lady's hair, those shoulder pads, that's dumb. And then when we record the episode, one of us will, it'd probably be me, would be kind of like walking through. No, it's fine. Would be like kind of walking through the episode a little bit. And then as we get to those scenes, we can describe the person's hair or shoulder pads or whatever. And then the idea I'd had was like 1 week we do the full episode. The second week would be the follow-up. We either follow the case and see what has happened, or because it's all about the forensics that solve the
Or
case,
you
right?
Put that on the bonus episodes, the follow-up. Like at the Patreon, put it behind a paywall. Look at this is also breaking the fourth wall, watching us like brainstorm stuff.
Yeah. But this is why. Okay, so let's just stop our brainstorming right there before this turns into something else.
Because it always does.
Yes, we tangent a lot. Okay, so the reason that we're here talking to you guys today is because we wanted to let you know what is going on behind the scenes. Why you haven't heard from Jody in a while. Now she's a guest on our own podcast. Special guest, host of the podcast, Jody.
I'm both. I have 2 titles: special guest and host.
You're extra special. And also to ask for you guys to give us your input.
Yeah. Our circles, we're not one of those big time huge podcasts. We have our listeners are really special to us. They're definitely people who have a very specific type of humor.
Right? You appreciate us being real dumb, sometimes real dumb. And sometimes we're just straight up dumb. Not like funny dumb, but just like we can't pronounce things. We don't know.
Right. Dumb. So like
stuff we
literally
should know.
to the extent when people like at work say that I have a podcast and they want to watch and they're like, or listen. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to. Oh no. What if they hear me be stupid?
Well, especially we have said some stupid things that later on we realized and we're like, oh
Right.
no, remember that one time I said that museums were dumb?
Yeah. Called out. Or I say something in nursing and then I'm like, later I'll listen. I'm like, no, that's not what I meant. Or, oh God,
Stop
I'm an
giving
idiot.
medical advice on our podcast.
Oh no, not advice. Just like, oh no, that's not how that works. This is, physiologically. Oh no.
Oh no.
No, I was thinking something else.
Your butthole doesn't do that.
Something along that extent.
But so while Jody's taking this break, I just want to let you guys know it's going to keep going. It just might look a little different.
Yes.
So here's what's going to happen is I am lucky enough. We are lucky enough to have an amazing community that are so
That you've built.
supportive.
That you've built our community of podcast supporters and other podcasters and content contributors.
Right.
That you've done a really good job with that.
Well, thank you. It is very rewarding. And so I have other podcasters like Laura from Midday Musings. She's going to write the episode about Port Townsend that we never did.
Oh, excellent. Their version. That'll
Yes,
be
because
fun.
they have a project that they're thinking about doing that would kind of be like a test run. Brian from Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle, who is also the game mother for Facehuggers and Friends. He has offered to write an episode about Wizards of the Coast, which is the game company that Hasbro bought made Magic the Gathering. So if you're a giant nerd like me and some of my other friends, you will love that. My brother's offered to write a bunch of 5-Minute Fridays, and he's going to write an episode about Eva Dugan.
I feel like that's so his jam.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I'll write a bunch of stuff for you. Our friend Alicia Elliott, who did our episode about the Hanford nuclear site. She
supported us, helped direct us during our live event.
She flew here from Eastern Washington to help support us in our live event last week. And she'll be on the show again soon because she has a project in the works. I'm not going to talk about it right here, but it's amazing. It's so amazing what she's doing. So she's
I couldn't believe
on.
I was sitting next to her.
I know. It was amazing. She's an incredible person anyways. Like she's so
My first
interesting and
director
talented.
is so amazing.
Oh my God. Anyways, she's going to write for us. She's amazing. Our website wizard, Letha Davis, has offered to write an episode. She's like, I will not come on the podcast, but I will write for you.
Okay.
She's like, she's behind the scenes.
Tell her to write it write it as if she's here and I'll be Letha.
Well, I kind of want episodes that I don't even read beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
I want us to be surprised. So, and then we have had some historians reach out to us to want to talk about their passion or their book. So Steve from MUFON wants to talk about the book he has coming out in October about missing people in the Pacific Northwest, like poof, missing, no body, no nothing.
Right. That was the
people.
The requirement for to make it into the book.
Yeah. He wants to come on, and I've got Tim Grayhaven's coming on next week. The Radiant Radium guy is coming back because he had so much fun and he wants to talk about Radithor, which is the patent medicine. So I have this is what the podcast is going to look like. It's going to be contributing people that are helping me. I will still write some episodes, and then I will have guest hosts on to do those with me. But I might also do a solo episode here and there if I'm just like feeling like I want to get on the mic and talk. So things over the next 6 months will look different. So if you want to be part of it, though, if you want to be part of making this microphone hit my mouth like it just did, part of this podcast, whether it's maybe you want to be a research assistant, you're like, I am not great at writing, but I love to fall down the rabbit holes with you, and I can pull a bunch of sources for you. You want to suggest topics that you're like, this is crazy, weird, wonderful, would be great for your podcast. If you want to write an episode but don't want to be on the podcast and you just want us to read your episode, fantastic. If you want to be on the episode and read the episode that you wrote, fantastic. or any other way. Are you good at social media marketing and you want to do that for us? Because I'm bad at it. I don't even want to do it, guys. I don't want to do social media. I don't hate it. I love to message with you, so message me. But as far as making posts, I hate making posts.
Yeah.
We never take pictures.
No,
we didn't even take any pictures or thing.
I have like 3.
Okay. We looked so good.
We
too.
did. Oh.
I have one. I'll post it.
It was fun.
It was
so
so much
fun.
And then, well, before we wrap up, live episode, let's talk about that. So if I started the ball rolling with McMenamins on doing a live episode, would you come out of retirement?
Absolutely.
If we were like, hey, let's do it in November.
Absolutely.
Okay. If I wrote the episode.
What are you going to ruin?
I was thinking about talking about, the Pantages Theater there in Tacoma.
Ben. Mm-hmm.
It's connections to weird 1800s stuff. And Klondike Kate. Kate is supposed to haunt it.
Yes, I know.
But even the guy who built it and like the Klondike Kate, like it's it has all these weird connections, and it takes you back to like Alaska, and it's a super Pacific Northwest, but Tacoma, like all the roads lead to Tacoma.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I was thinking that would be a fun one because there's weirdness in it, there's craziness in it, there's ghosts in it.
Right.
There's Gold Rush.
Have any of you been to a live podcast recording? What would you like to see in one?
Yeah.
How would besides sitting and recording the episode for others to view, how else could it be entertaining?
Yeah. I mean, we've never done it.
I've gone to live show recordings before for other events, radio shows, KISW shows. So the basic just chit chat back and forth,
right,
to a storytelling. They used to do old radio shows, used to do stories, and they'd have all these sound effects and stuff. So we watched that be recorded once, and then we've gone to other live recordings. But
like
those are just the quirky ones that I've been to. But
My Favorite Murder, and they record their live shows. I don't even know how that would work, recording a live show. So
people just watch and entertain, or they're entertained by that. Or
no, I'm saying like technically.
Oh,
I don't know how it works. That's literally what's been on my mind is like, how do we project our voices and record it at the same time? Because I don't know like how that would work. So I need to talk to I have a contact that does the McMenamins stuff, and I'm like, Dean Swanson, help! I don't know what I'm doing.
Answer this question. And then once that's off your mind, I'll bet it rolls fast.
But like I already have the idea. I could go down to the Pacific Northwest, the Northwest room at the library in Tacoma and get all sorts of cool pictures. Chris probably has pictures. Mm-hmm. Chris.
He always has good pictures.
Help.
And he always has a quirky detail or two that you didn't know about.
Exactly. I'll be like, here, give me more. But anyway, that's it. We've been talking for almost an hour. So I think that's long enough.
Yep.
So yeah, that's where we are, guys. The podcast is going to keep going, just slightly different for now. Please, if you want to be involved, if you just want to talk to us, if you want to give us your thoughts, if you want to tell us F you. If you want to tell us F you, don't bother. If you want to tell us
F you, be careful.
You shouldn't have been listening to this podcast anyways. But if you have any thoughts, if you'd love to help out, and here's what the other thing I was going to say. If you help out, if you contribute, we're going to give you a free membership to the Patreon.
Ooh.
And we'll give you some free merch.
I was just thinking, I wonder how we can incentivize this since we don't make money.
Right. So we'll give you some free merch. We'll send you a t-shirt or a tote or whatever we can figure out for you that you would like. Or if you don't want the swag, we can make a donation in your name. And yes, Matt, I know I still need to make a donation to the veterans for you. And we'll give you shout outs. Like you could have your name. We will shout you out on every single episode. So every contributor, like we do with Letha Davis, we will shout out. So you will get some perks. It won't just be unappreciated, unsupported.
You get the perk of a train noise outside.
You do, because we have a train in our backyard, basically. And so anyway, if you do have comments, questions, input, ideas, suggestions, want to help, the best way to get a hold of us is by emailing me. And that's at Shea@rainydayrabbitholes.com. So it's SHEA @rainydayrabbitholes.com. Or is it Shea@rainydayrabbitholes@gmail.com? No, it's Shea@rainydayrabbitholes.com. I just confused myself. It's a Gmail account, but it is Shea at Rainy Day
because we
Rabbit
got
Holes.
it through our website and somehow it
Oh,
converted
yeah, the
it.
other thing we pay for?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we pay very little for our website now because of very generous people like
Letha Davis. But we still have to pay for the Google account to give us that, that email.
Yes.
That is like $12 a month. And then Canva's like $15 a month. And then Riverside's like $20 a month.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's a lot, guys.
It starts to add up.
It does add up. Anyways, so we thank you for listening to all of this. If anybody got this far, thank you.
Thank you.
If you got this far, you're a true fan. If you turned us off 15 minutes in, you don't really care. So it's fine. Whatever.
Thank you to our true fans.
Thank you to our true fans. Like,
let us know if you're a true fan. Just
like
say
Tina
true fan here.
Hi, Tina. She's our super fan. And Letha, I mean, we've mentioned all you guys that we love so much. Stephen and Laura of Midday Movies have been so wonderful. Brian, Kevin, Newells of Ireland Crimes and Mysteries. She's like, I will help you in any way I can, but I can't start a podcast with you. So, so all of our friends and family and supporters and listeners, we thank you so much. Our Patreon supporters, thank you so much. Thanks, Alicia, for coming over and supporting us. That was amazing. So,
yes.
All right, we're going to let you go. We've talked long enough. Any final words, thoughts, Jody?
Nope. Just love you.
I love you.
Love our fans and
Love
our
you,
listeners
fans. We
and all
love
the
this,
people
yeah.
that we've circled ourselves with.
Yeah, it's been great. So here's hoping we can figure out a way to make this keep going. All right.
Cheers.
Bye. You've been listening to Rainy Day Rabbit Holes. We thought maybe you had forgotten. How could you forget? We are your hosts, Shea.
And Jody.
And you can find all things on our website, rainydayrabbitholes.com, like sources, notes, pictures, links, whatnot. That beautiful website is designed and managed by the amazing and talented Letha Davis at easybreezy.com. That's Easy Breezy, EASYBRZY.com. All episodes are edited and produced by me, Shea, and you can reach out with any questions or comments at Shea@rainydayrabbitholes.com. That's SHEA. Thanks for listening. Please share the podcast with your friends and family, and stay curious. See you down the rabbit hole. History is messy. It's weird, wild, and anything but boring. Rainy Day Rabbit Holes is a history podcast about unhinged stories that make you stop and ask, wait, is this real life?
From crazy disasters and tasty scandals to enlightening and surprising heartwarming tales, we explore the moments where people behave badly and sometimes beautifully.
We've got naughty politicians, cultural chaos, and a deep love for the Pacific Northwest, including Bigfoot.
It's thoughtful, irreverent, occasionally serious, and always entertaining.
Let's fall down the rabbit hole.
MSW Media.